is Mel here, and this is another episode of Randomness Vlogs. I just filmed part 1 and part 2 of my Band creations, and most of these are, and this is part 3, and most of these are filled with Band creations, so let's get started. This box might be in 2 parts. But anyway, I made this thing. It was supposed to be a 2-tailed snake, but it didn't really work out, so it kind of looks like a person, like, I don't know, but it's kind of creepy. But anyway, the middle compartment's full of like the broken ones, basically. But this was in the middle compartment, but it wasn't broken. My friend made me this, and it's super cute. And I've got this. I think this was one of my creations that I made up. I don't know, but I've also got this. Oh yeah. This, me and my friend tried to make Stickman. I don't know what happened. But this is the legs to my Stickman, who is yellow. And this is my friend's Stickman that we made. And it kind of mucked up. I don't know what happened. But I've also got this minion banana that kind of broke. Actually, I was trying to make a saxophone because I used to play saxophone. And I still do, but I have no lessons for it. I'm not taking it out in a while. And we've got this pink and orange Stickman that I made. And actually, when I was visiting the hospital, I made this. I think it was supposed to be like cherry or something, but this is the bottle creation that I made up. And then this was my first ever Stickman that I made. So he's kind of crushed because he's been in there, but I think he's super cool, and I think I'm going to keep him forever. And I've also got, this was my second Stickman that didn't really turn out as well as the first one. I think the first things you always make is the best. And then I have got my blue Stickman. Here, I made his head a bit big, but I think he's still cool. And then this was one of my first people I tried to make out of loom bands, which is alright. And then this was a Stickman person, which I think turned out pretty well. I replaced most of the head with the green bands for the hair, and yeah. I also have this wee boy one. His arms are kind of weird, but anyways, like a wee boy. And then most of these are bottles creations that I made up because I just did, and there's like millions of them in here. Let me just try and find them all. There. Although these aren't bottles, these are hamburgers. I had no brown, so I had to use red instead. But this was supposed to be a cup of orange juice, but it didn't work out. And this was supposed to be like a wee character or something. And it was a red Stickman. So just sticking the ones I've done back in. And I've got my bottles. Well, this isn't a bottle, but this was a sundae, a strawberry sundae. And then I've got my bubblegum drink that I made up, my Coca-Cola drink that I made up, too, a mini one and a bigger one. And then a Fanta, 7-Up or Sprite, and then the empty cola bottle. And then I got the ones in this wee compartment next. I made this bumblebee, which is kind of falling apart, but it's still cool. And then I've got my snow cone, which was actually a tutorial on how to do. Like, you're supposed to get colours that blend in, so I just chose these ones. And then I made a diamond sword from Minecraft. And then I was doing a tutorial on elf hat, but the band snapped, so it just went weird. And then this was the owl that I made. He's kind of really, really breaking, so I think I'm going to put him into a different compartment. He can, he can go at the top. Oh, this was the Flappy Birds. This was one of my first creations. I first learned how to make, but anyway, it's like that. And then my cousin made a panda, but one of his eyes fell off and its ears fell off. Don't ask me how because I don't know. And then this was one of my first creations that I made. It was like a monster. Then I added 2 eyes and a nose, and then also 2 eyes and a nose. So this one was kind of like a creeper one. So yeah, then I've got all of these ones in here. My friend made me this one, and it's really cool. It's like a wee doll thing. But then to go along with it, I made this Santa hat with a tutorial on how to make the elf hat one. But then the only good thing about there being a band missing is you can actually attach the Santa hat to your figure, or whatever you call it. And then I've got one of my first creations here. This was my first one, I think. And then to go along with it was supposed to be like a wee robot thing. And then I've also got the ghost from Pac-Man. And then a fish. And then I don't know what this is, but it's kind of weird, but anyway. And then a Flappy Bird. Got 2 compartments left, so anyway, let's get on with it. This was my first Flappy Bird I made, and I was really proud of it. And then I had these French fries, but I couldn't put the bands inside because I didn't know how. And then I've got this, like one of my other creations that I made up. And then my friend made me this Flappy Bird. And I also made this Flappy Bird, but its nose is kind of weird. And then there's a minion that I got off a tutorial. And then this Flappy Bird with no wings because its wings fell off. And I also tried making this wee thing, but it just looks angry. It's like a wee fox or something. And last but not least, my other wee compartment is, this was a bee or a wasp. Bananas, 3 bananas. They're not attached together. Just 3 bananas. And I've also got this wee ring. It's just tiny. And a bigger version of the bee or the wasp. I've got these orange bananas. And I've also got a key and a snowflake. So that is all of my loom band creations. I hope you enjoyed seeing all those parts of the videos. So I've got to go now, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.